Hi, this is Norse. Welcome to the TNR EA presentation. First of all, congratulations on acquiring this EA in the first place. I had this EA built for me because I was tired of missing out on trades that I have been waiting for days, even weeks. So if you're asleep and you have a trend line that you want to trade, if the EA is placed on your chart and the line is correct, if price hits the line, it will execute the trade for you, place a stop, and terminate itself, and then the trade is yours. Because when I woke up in the morning and I see that my trading view alert that was triggered during the Asian session, and I woke up just to see price moving over 100 pips in my favor, that feeling of discouragement is just beyond what I'm able to handle on a regular basis. So that is why I had this EA built, just to avoid missing out on good trades that I have been waiting for. So this is a semi-automatic EA, meaning that if the EA is on your chart, it will not take random trades. The only trades it will take is the trades that you have programmed the EA to take in the first place. So you have to program the EA for each trade. So this is just normal trade planning for you. At least it is for me. I do my technical analysis, I make my plans, and then I wait for price to hit my levels. Then I execute the trade itself. So this is a part of my set and forget approach, and a very nice tool for me to avoid missing out on good trades. So how this EA works is, the first step is that you have to draw your trend line. Once the trend line is placed, you click on the EA itself. So let's say that we are looking at this and we want to buy if there's a fourth touch of this trend line. All we need to do is drag the EA onto the chart, set buy trade to true. We set our size that we want and the stop loss that we want as well. And stop loss is default at 50 pips and the lot size is default at 0.01. So you have to program this for each trade. But as you know, trendline, at least on the 4-hour, daily, and 1-hour, it doesn't set up a lot of times during the week. So you always have a lot of time to prepare each trade. So once the EA is placed, if this was the live market and price hit here, the EA will execute the trade at market, place the stop, and then you're good to go. The trade is yours to manage. So you can see the smiley face is up here. So if price were to hit this trend line right now, it will execute a buy trade for me, 50 pip stop and 0.01. So now let's force a few trades on this pair. Let's see, but I have a trade plan for this pair specifically as well. I have 3 touches of a trend line and a 4th touch. So this trend line is now confirmed. I'm waiting personally for a move up to this upper channel trend line right here. This is a parallel projection. So I want to sell this line. So I already have this placed in my live account. So what I did is that I dragged, first I placed the trend line. I'm content with the placement of this trend line. Placed the EA onto my chart, set sell to true, adjusted the size. I kept the stop loss at 50 pips. So I'm now just waiting. So if this line gets hit in the days or weeks to come, I will be executed short on this pair and I will target lower. So now let's force a few trades. And I only use one line at a time on my charts, so the EA doesn't get confused on which line to trade or not. So let's see. We're now at the 1-minute chart. So this is great for forcing a few trades. So this trade I'm about to take will be executed very fast. So I want to sell. I just want to show you guys the execution of this EA itself. placing a line, and I'm setting sell to true, clicking OK. So if price hits this trend line, the EA will execute the trade at market, place the stop, and the trade is mine to manage. So this is basically how it works. There's not a lot of moving parts in this EA. The only moving part is the trend line that you draw on your own discretion. So if you have trend lines as a part of your trading strategy or trading system, if you like, this tool will help you on executing the trades themselves. Even if you find yourself planning a trade, and when the trade actually materializes, either the alert gets sent to your phone or you're in front of your computer. If you're the type of trader that has problems executing the trade where it needs to, this will also help you overcome the fear of executing a trade itself. So, or if you're like me, if you struggle with the FOMO, the fear of missing out, this is why I had this EA built in the first place, just because I want to take part of any trendline trade that sets up, because the way I trade trendlines, the success rate is very high, but I need every trade to actually get the backtested results that I have from my backtesting, because if you miss 3 of the best trades that month, that will take a mediocre month into a bad, even a losing month, because some of these trades have a very high risk to reward setup. Let's see if this trade trigger. So if you have a, here we go, the EA now sold NZD CAD for us, and the execution is at market. So as soon as the EA touched this trend line, it sold, it placed the stop loss, and then the program terminated itself. And this feature is, let's say that you have a 4-hour trend line, you get executed like now, and if there's a retest of the same trend line later on that day or the following day, the EA will not take a second trade unless you have set it up one more time. So this is just to avoid overexposure on the Forex market, so we can control our risk. So if I click OK now, I doesn't need to click OK, because the EA is now, the EA has left the building basically. You can see it here. EA is now gone. Trade is mine. Let's see. Here we go. Here's the stop loss. So you see the EA took the trade exactly where I wanted. Sold 0.01 lots. Placed the stop loss 50 pips away. So that's how this EA works. All you have to do is do your own analysis. Place your lines that you want to trade. Place only the line you want to trade. That's very important. So for my case, I can't go ahead and draw a trend line here and then draw another one up here and then tell the EA to sell the line, because the EA will not know what line to trade on its own. So that's very important. And as soon as the EA is placed on the chart itself, do not alter or change the line itself, because that may or may not create an issue for the EA going forward. At least from my testing, that's what I've seen. So once I place the line, you can't touch the line itself. You just leave it be. I also tested this on gold. The EA executes trade on gold. So I'm currently trying to take it onto oil as well. So I have an order to buy Brent if it hits a trend line of interest. Let's see if the EA is active. Yeah, I have a trend line here on Brent. Let's see. It goes back from the all-time low itself. here, 3 touches right here, and then we have a RAID of stop losses. So if we retest the trend line itself, the EA is now programmed to buy. Just an experiment to see if the EA executes trades on Brent itself and how the stop loss will look with 50 pips. So, but basically this EA is designed to take trades on Forex. That's why I had this EA built. So just gonna set up the EA. This is a demo trade regardless, but I want to have the same results in this demo as I have in my real account. So I will adjust this line, trade the parallel. If the parallel gets hit, here we go. So placing my line. So this is my trade plan. If the market hits this upper channel projection itself, my EA will short this currency pair for me, and I will take care of the management. So that's my trade plan going forward. We are now the 29th of March in 2017. So you can go back on your chart and see later on if this trade actually materialized into profits, just if you're curious. So to sum it up, semi-automatic EA, you have to program the EA for each trade. And once the line and the EA is placed on the chart, once you have the smiley face, make sure that you have auto trading enabled. I run this on a VPS, so I don't have to have my computer running 24/7. A good VPS like Beaks, it will set you back $30 per month, but that's a small expense for me to be executed according to my trade plan, to be honest. The only moving parts is the trend line and the stop loss and lot size configuration. So that's the only thing that you can alter. Then if you just drag this EA onto your chart and don't set anything to buy or sell to true, it will not do anything. So, and once the trade is triggered, there's no EA left to do any damage to your account. The EA will terminate itself. So set and forget approach, very simple to use EA. So I really hope you enjoy this EA and it helps you in trading according to your trade plan and executing the good trades that you miss, or if you are having the same experience as me, missing out on good trades. So I hope this EA will help you on executing the trades that you have missed before, and you will make a decent profit. So that's it for this presentation. If there's anything that that still isn't answered, feel free to reach out to me. I will help you to the best of my abilities. I don't have a lot of knowledge regarding setting up VPSs and stuff like that. So I'm not sure if I'm able to help you as much there. So reach out to your broker first. But FX Pro and Beaks VPS is very easy to set up, even for a guy that's not so tech savvy. So that's it for this presentation. I really hope you enjoyed it, and good luck, good trading, and I'll see you soon.